Internet scams. The idea is not new, but these scammers are always coming up with new techniques to try and trick people and keep ahead of them. So today we're going to go over internet scams, and most of these are pretty new that you might not have heard of before, so it should be pretty interesting, and you'll be able to avoid these in the future. App Store subscription scams. Now, scammers have been trying to take advantage of the App Store on Google and Apple for a long time, and this is not going to change anytime soon. But a lot of times they don't just get you to buy something, but they rather try to get you to actually subscribe and keep paying the scammer and tricking you into that subscription. And scammers will do this in any number of ways. They're always coming up with new ways. I'll give you one example on Android and iOS, both of them. So on Android, here's one where this app basically gives you a bunch of pop-ups back to back. And the first one just says, oh, can you confirm these terms of service? And then after you do that, it pops up another one. Yeah, same. Can you just again confirm these terms of service? And of course, they're hoping that you'll just keep tapping through. And then once it gets to the third pop-up, it is the Google Play subscription confirmation. And they're hoping you just tap that without even looking. And then boom, you're now subscribed and paying $5 a week to the scammer. And notice how carefully they laid out these pop-ups to look as close to the subscription confirmation as possible. At the top right, with the actual confirmation, it has a price. And yet in the fake pop-ups, it has a green text that says 2 out of 3. So, you know, your eye, if you're not looking at it, it looks like the general shape and colors of the pop-up. All the fonts are the same. Really, really tricky here. And again, not just on Android, but sometimes these sneak through even on iOS. Here's another recent version of a scam that basically used Touch ID in an extremely clever way. What would happen is this iPhone app would basically tell the person, oh, you know, to set up the app, we just need to scan your fingerprint, which first of all, doesn't make sense. But they would tell you, you know what, just hold your finger on the fingerprint sensor on the home button for 10 seconds and you'll be good to go. Meanwhile, while you're holding your finger down, it will pop up a subscription confirmation, which usually requires you to press on the fingerprint sensor, which you're already doing. So when it does this, without you even realizing, it pops it up, confirms it, you're now paying, and then it pops it down without even potentially you realizing it or knowing what happened. Now, fortunately, Apple recently started adding an extra confirmation box for subscriptions, which is good. It should help mitigate this type of scam at least. So if you even were to do this and hold your finger down, it would now pop up and say, hey, do you really want to subscribe to this? And should stop it. But these scammers might even come up with something new. They might do a similar thing as on the Android, where they'll give you a bunch of fake pop-ups, hoping that you'll just press the confirmation button again and not read it. And obviously, these are just two examples. I'm sure that scammers are constantly trying every single day to come up with new clever ways to get you to press that subscription button without realizing it. And just for fun, here's another related type scam that has to do with subscriptions, but it's almost like a reverse subscription scam. And it's a phishing email that you might receive, and it will look like an Apple receipt that says, hey, thank you for subscribing to YouTube Red or whatever, and your price is now $150 a week or whatever. And you're gonna think, oh my gosh, I didn't want to pay for that, let me cancel that. And you click the cancel link on the email, but it's not a real email, and it takes you to a fake page that's not really Apple, and it'll ask you, oh, to cancel this, we just need to get all this personal information. You type it in, and now the scammers have it. So clearly, scammers are getting cleverer and cleverer by the day, but hopefully this video will help you to kind of start to think how they do. So if you see something that seems a little bit suspicious on the internet, or you get an email, or you see a pop-up on an app that doesn't seem right, you'll know what to look for. Now, if you happen to know any scams that you saw recently, be sure to let us know down in the comments, and might be interesting to read what other people have to say, so definitely look down there as well. If you want to keep watching, I'll put some other videos right here you can click on, including a video I made about phone scams a little while back, so kind of similar, should be pretty interesting. If you want to subscribe, I make a couple videos a week, so it should be worth it. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.